Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up our span, parallel feet. Choose one side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good golden cockerel. Remembering the modifications. Good Tai Chi posture. Dropping the shoulders, tucking your butt, hollowing out your chest. Chin down, tongue on your palate, head straight up. Stretch out your legs from your feet all the way through your knees and hips. Then stretch out your spine so that your spine is very straight. From your neck, stretch out your neck. Make sure that your head is dangled by that thread, but be sure your shoulders are dropped down. Shift your weight to the left, up, counterbalance, and out. Shift weight, up, center, and out. Down, center, out, meaning that left hand, down, center, and up. Golden cockerel on its left, and right, and left, and right. One more set. Kicking out, 50-50. Left gains all your weight. Out in line. Left hand, left foot up, and out. Golden cockerel, kick out on your right. Kick out with your left. One more set. Holding our ball in a T stance. Look at the ball that you're holding. Move out on an L, move that ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. T and ball. Move that ball. Make the adjustment in the back foot. Bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball in a T stance. Move that ball in an L. Adjust the back foot. Bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball in a T stance. Out in an L. Move that ball. Make the adjustment in the back foot. Bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Hold your ball in a T stance. Out on an L, move the torso. Adjust the back foot. Bow stance. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball on a T. Out on an L. Adjust that back foot. Part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball on a T. All right, if you can follow, and I can try to explain to you a little better. When you're on a T stance and you're holding your ball, when you take an L stance, The weight is still in the back. You come out with your heel, you move your torso, and then look at my back foot. It makes the adjustment. Okay, and I'll use another angle. So, how shall I do it? Here's my T and my ball. Here's my L. I move my torso. I move my waist and my hips. But this thing doesn't come down and then make this thing turn. It turns as it comes down. Okay, and I'll say it again because I think it's very crucial. Here's my T. Here's my L. I need to move and adjust this back foot before I can come down. So once again, here's my T. Here's my L. Here's my waist that turns this way. I can't put this foot down unless I adjust this guy and then come down. So with the hands, it should look like this. T stance, hold your ball. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust, and then come out down. You don't want to get caught and move the advancing L stance without making the adjustment in the back foot. Otherwise, your knees are going to take a beating. And I think that's what was kind of bothering me for the last couple weeks. So, I don't know if this is just watch this foot, okay? So I'm on a T. Here's my L. Here's my L. Here's my L. My foot did not move, but as soon as I advance forward, this guy has to make that adjustment. If you don't make that adjustment, this knee can't take that movement for very long. I would not suggest that. Out on an L, adjust that foot, and then come out. Can we try that? It's easy to watch and see. This one is a little harder, but if we can try to make your body do what I did, that would be great. Okay, on a T, holding your ball. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust that back foot, and then come out, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on the T. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot to allow you to come out on a bull stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball and T. L, move that ball, adjust the back foot, bull stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball and T. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot, and then advance. Here's my ball, here's my L. Do you see that my ball has to be centered in my middle of my body? Even though that I'm gonna advance this way, the ball cannot start this way on a T. The ball has to center yourself. There's your middle of your body is where your ball is held. You cannot start this way. Do not start this way, just because you know you're going to go that way. So center your ball and say, is my ball in the middle of my body? Come out on an L, move that ball, so now the ball is centering my body towards this outward foot. So I have it centered, I come out on an L, it moves. My weight is still in the back, but the back foot now adjusts and then it comes out. Watch again. Out on an L, move that ball and adjust the back foot to allow you to come out on a bull stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball and T, so it's centered in the middle of my body. I take an L, my ball moves because I'm turning my hips and my torso. I adjust my back foot, and then I'm allowed to come out. Sit back, sit down, pivot, ball and T, L, adjust the back foot, bow stance. Okay, center that ball in the middle, out on an L, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane, only if that back foot is adjusted. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on a T, out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on a T, out on an L, move that hips and waist, adjust the back foot, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball on a T, out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot. Here it is. Today's lesson, okay? We're at here it is. Flip that hand and join it. Sit back, twist, cup, open, flip, meet, close your hand, close your feet. Middle, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, open, middle, 9 o'clock, flip, meet, 12 o'clock, cup, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip, meet, close, middle, 9 o'clock, flip, meet, open, middle, only flip, meet, shift your weight up, golden cockerel, down, center, and up, down, center, right hand, right foot up, and out, and left foot, left hand up, and out. Holding our ball on a T stance, make sure that ball is centered in your body. You're going to ward off. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot, push your opponent away. But yet, bring down the bird's tail, pull back, look back, sit back, turn, square, then advance by pushing forward, dropping that front foot, rolling back, rolling up and forward. Sit back, twist step. Look at that ball and ask yourself, is it in the middle of your body? Out on an L, move that ball, bottom hand pushes the opponent away, but yet, pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, contact, push and advance on your left foot down, open up, roll back, roll forward. Sit back, twist and turn, open and open, in and in, off the ground, brace the tiger with the right hand tucked inside of your cross, rotate at your wrist, push out, separate, drop your shoulders, make yourself small as you close your form. Okay, so let's start with grasping of the bird's tail. Grasping of the bird's tail is actually this one, but the whole movement includes warding off, but it's only called grasping of the bird's tail. So when you ward off, it's similar to parting of the wild horse's mane in that you have your ball, you come out on an L, so you move that ball, but you're going to use your bottom hand to push your opponent away because the bottom hand is the advancing hand. So when you push your opponent away, you're going to push him with your forearm to push your opponent away. and he's in the center of you, so you're going to push him away. But yet, you're going to come beyond that, and you're going to grasp the bird's tail, or you're going to push him down and pull him back. So your opponent now is pushed away, forearmed, and then one more component. The hands are like this, staggered and palm to palm, staggered, okay? You're gonna pull him down, push him down, weight on the back, therefore the front foot elevates, and then you're gonna meet in the center of your wrist, or at your wrist, and then you're gonna push, and at the same time your energy touches there, you're pushing your foot, your front foot flattens, okay? And then I noticed something, that I was always taught to use my baby finger to contact my wrist, but I noticed now that Professor Lee is saying use this portion of your hand to push out, okay? It's a little firmer there, but push out this way. So can we try it, and then we can try to improve on it as we go along. Okay? So we're on a T stance. We're holding our ball that's centered towards the middle of our body. We're coming out on an L. We're moving that ball. But this time we're going to adjust the back foot and push our bottom hand out as if we're using a forearm to push our opponent away. But yet we're going to go on a little bit more and pull the bird's tail down as we sit back, look back, turn, then square, then contact, push and flatten that front foot. Separate shoulder width away and roll back, sit back, and then advance forward by flattening out that foot, looking straight ahead at your opponent. Sit back, twist step, right hand now on the bottom, holding the ball on the T, out on an L, move the hips and waist, bottom hand advances, make that adjustment in the back foot to push your opponent, and then pull him down. Sit back, look back, turn, square, then contact at your wrist to push out. Separate, roll back. Roll up and forward. This is a drill. Sit back, twist step, left hand on the bottom to hold your ball in the middle of your body, centered. Out on an L, move that ball. Adjust the foot to push your opponent away. But yet, drag down the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back, sit back. Turn, square, contact at your wrist to push and flatten that front foot. Separate and roll back. And roll forward. This is a drill. Sit back, twist step, right hand on the bottom to hold your ball on a T stance. Out on an L, move that ball. Bottom hand advances to forearm your opponent away, but yet grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back, turn, square, contact at your wrist to push out, flatten that front foot, roll back, and roll forward. Sit back, twist step, left hand on the bottom, centered or middle of your body. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust the back foot, forearm him away. But yet, pull down the bird's tail as you sit back, look back, turn, square, contact at your wrist to push out. Flatten, shoulder width away, rolling back, and rolling forward. One last one. Sit back, twist step, Hold your ball in a T stance. Out on an L. Push him away. But yet, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square. Push out at your wrists. Separate, roll back. Roll forward. Actually, one segment that we have to finish. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball in a T stance. We have to end on this other side. Out on an L, move that ball, bottom hand advances, push him away. And yet, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, push out. Separate, roll back. And roll. So this is my T. Out on an L. Forearm him away, make that adjustment. But yet, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square contact. Push, flatten that front foot. Shoulder width away to roll back. And then forward. Sit back, twist step. Ball is centering in my middle of my body. Out on an L, move that ball. Adjust the back foot to forearm him away. But yet, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, then contact, push. Separate, roll back. And roll forward. Sit back, twist step, center of my body to hold my ball. Out on an L, move the hips and waist. Ward off. But yet, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square contact, push. Separate, roll back. And roll forward. Sit back, last one. Hold my ball in the middle of my body. Move my hips and waist. Adjust the back foot. Ward off, but grasp the bird's tail. So weight on the back. The weight is on the back. The foot in the front has to be only on its heel. Okay, and when you end, your fingertips should be at eye level. So you don't want it here because that'll make you, it will not be in sync. If your fingertips are down and you're supposed to be looking at your fingertips, then you're going to throw your Tai Chi posture off. So you want to bring up your hand. Everything is uplifted in doing Tai Chi. So they should come up forward a little bit more. Okay, and you remember that at no time can your hand be extended straight out like this. It can never be straight out like this. There always has to be a soft bend in this elbow. Okay? All right.
Grasping the bird's tail is an exercise in going forward and back. And it's not the up part so that's important, it's over here. See, when they say sit back, it's not sit back like this, because what's happening? This is, the butt is it hasn't done this. It didn't come down this way. Sit back means, see, from up here, you're coming this way. You are not going this way. Okay? So, and it's all in the legs and in the lower part of the body. Here, 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 here. Not here, here. Okay? If you do this, what happens? This leg bends, and then sometimes you think you're going straight, but this leg is also bent when you come here. It shouldn't be rigid, but it should be able to say, this is bent when I'm back here. But when I come out, it's almost straight, but it's not rigid. So your body is what is moving. For instance, you're here, you're down. You're sitting on one leg. Come out this way. Come out forward. Here. Come back again. And you stay here in this position. You see my hands are moving. But what's my leg doing? It's staying right there until I turn my body and then I push. What am I pushing with? Your attention is here, but your attention should be down here. The legs and the lower part of the body. The hands are just sort of the accessory. They're the ones that do the finishing, but they're not the ones that provide the power. Okay? So we'll go through it again. On your toe, and you're seated down. Substantial on the right foot. Out, turn. And this is another, grasping the bird's tail is really two maneuvers put into one, I think, for choreographic purposes. One is here. If you were to want to get somebody away from you, you just say, go away. As opposed to saying, I want to pull this, I want to block him and pull his arms. Then I would be going. You see, there's two. One is here, the other is here. But they're all in one, the way we practice. You come back here, you're seated back here. I haven't gone in the front. I'm seated, my power is here, and I twirl my arms, get it here, touch. So this time you're pushing with two hands, and the body and the arms fill it out, open it up. When you come back down, you sit back down again. What are you doing? You're not just pulling back. You are pulling and you are sitting down. You're pushing this man down. And you're using your legs. Your hands just happen to be sort of semi-rigid, but everything is doing this. So it's core stuff, core body movements. Back out. So think about the legs and forward and back. Using the legs and trunk.
Okay, let's start from, let's do all of the 10 form and then revisit cloud hands and go into grasping of the bird's tail again. All right, good Tai Chi posture. Stretching out first of all, grounding yourself really well. Firm on your feet. Grow taller through your ankle, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips. When you get to your spine, stretch out your spine so it's very straight. At your neck, you're going to stretch out your neck, stretch out your head so it's dangling. Of course, drop your shoulders. Okay, I'm going to bring my foot in, keeping that same feeling that I have with stretching. Commencing form. Shift your weight to the right as you bring up your heel on your toe. Balance off the ground, toe down, arch down, heel down. Hands rotate. Bring them up as you take a deep breath in. At shoulder level, drop your shoulders, tuck your elbows, as well as your wrists, flex your knees. Center the left hand, right hand rises up higher, opens to the ceiling, bringing the back hand to your ear, turning your face, meeting both hands in the middle, pushing out, pulling back. Center, up higher, glance at it, open, bringing it to your ear, turning your face, meeting in the middle as you repulse the monkey. T stance, parallel and higher. Out on an L, move that bottom hand, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, parallel and higher on a T. Ear, move that hand on an L stance, adjust the back foot, brush your knee. Sit back, sit down. Hold your ball in a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Out on an L, move that ball, slice. Sit back, sit down, pivot. Center that ball in the middle of your body on a T. Move that ball out, slice. Flip the forward hand, join it with the other hand. Palm away, palm looking at you. Sit back, sit down, move that hand, pivot. 12 o'clock, cup and stem. Pivot out. 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, flip knee, close your stance. Stem and cup. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip and open. 12 o'clock, cup and stem. 9 o'clock, only flip your hands and meet. Move to the middle at 12. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip and close your stance. Middle or cup. 10, 9, flip your hands, open your stance. Middle or cup. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, only flip your hands and meet. And shift your weight and be a golden cockerel. Down, golden cockerel. Down, right hand, right foot up, and out. Left foot, left hand up, and out. Holding our ball on a T stance, we're going to ward off. Out on an L, move that torso and hips, just the back foot, forearm him, but flip your hands to grasp the bird's tail. Sit back, turn, square contact, push, separate, shoulder width away and roll back, and roll forward. Eye level for your hands. Sit back, twist step, left hand on the bottom, center the ball in the middle of your body on a T. Move out in an L, move that ball. Bottom hand advances to ward off. But yet, flip those hands and join it to grasp the bird's tail. As you look back, sit back. Turn, then square, then contact. Push and flatten out that foot as the energy goes outward. Roll back and roll forward. Next week's lesson, sit back, twist and turn, open and open, in and in, right hand on the inside of the cross as you embrace the tiger and put your feet together, rotate on your wrist to push out, left hand pushes the right hand out, palms are down as you close your form, making yourself small as you lift up and come together. Flip and join. Stem and cup, continue. I'm on the opposite way, but we're still doing the same thing. Stem and cup, flip and join. Stem and cup, flip and join. Stem and cup, and all the time we're doing this, what's our waist doing? What's our hips and waist doing? Are they just still and not making our body work together? No, they're helping us to be the clouds. So you might want to go a little faster when you feel a little bit more confident. And all your hands are doing are trying to make an ellipse or an elliptical. They're just soft, rounded corners. And the hips and waist are moving in coordination with what our hands are doing. So this is how our hands are moving, but we know that our feet have to help us do the work. So essentially, if we're here, then our foot comes out. We can go slower. Our foot comes in. Our foot comes out. Our foot comes in. Now we're going the other way. Get a free one first. 3 o'clock, we're going to flip and open. So the open of the feet or the foot comes in the opposite of where your hands are. Opposite of your hands, your foot comes out. Opposite foot comes in. So this is where you can gain balance. It's the opposites that help you with counterbalancing. So say we want to go the other way now. We have to wait till 3 o'clock to then close our stance. 9 o'clock we have to then open. We're on the left with our hands, but we're on the right with our feet. So this is essentially what cloud hands is all about. The feet are led by the toe at the extremity and closes at the other extreme. At 12 o'clock, the weight of the feet are about 50-50. It's like home base. But once it starts to move, we go the other way with our feet. And we close our feet. Okay, and then we can go the other way. How do we go the other way now? We'll have to wait for another round. So our hands are on the right, therefore our left will open. And close. So on the top portion now, the hand can only flip if the other one joins it. Right about the same time. Flip and join. And when you hear flip and join, you can add open. And you can add close. So there are so many things that are going on, but all well coordinated. Okay, go the other way now. How do we go the other way? If our hands are right, our left can close. If our hands are left, our right can open. So, although the 10 form does not allow us to drill like this, while we are drilling like this, we are learning about our body. When we need balance, we counterbalance with our feet. Okay? And then to get out of cloud hands, you're going to come to the 3 o'clock, and then you're going to set yourself up and be a golden cockle, right? But in cloud hands with the 10, it seems very easy just to do it as a drill. But in the 10 form, like in the 24 and like in the 16, it's very specific. It's only done a certain number of times and a certain number of sides. So let's work on that now, okay? Because the transition to get into cloud hands is not, it can be challenging. So we know that we're parting the wild horse's mane. So we're going to part this way, going to part this way, and then we're going into cloud hands, okay? So we're going to warm our bodies up. We're centering our ball in the middle, rooted down on our back or right foot. We're on a T stance. We're moving into an L with the ball moving. We're going to adjust the back foot to a 45 degree as we part the wild horse's mane. Here's your snack. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, center the ball to the middle of your body, looking in the direction of the wall or the bulletin board wall. Out on an L, move that ball, adjust the foot, flatten, part the wild horse's mane. Eye level, flip the forward hand so that you now see the back of your hand, while you join the left hand and look at the palm of the left hand. You're going to sit back. You're going to move your hand as you take a twist step. You now have the clock in front of you. Therefore, the left hand stem is down and the right hand is cupped. But we are in an awkward position. We need to get out to 9 o'clock. Therefore, our left foot pivots on its heel as our hands move, and we then got to 9 o'clock, but what happens? We have to flip and join our feet. Middle or cup, it's 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip and open your stance. Middle or cup. Specific to 10 form, we're only going to flip and meet. Middle or cup at 12. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, flip and close. Middle or cup. 11, 10, 9 o'clock, flip and open. Middle or cup. 3 o'clock, only flip and join. Come around the corner, shift your weight to the left, and be a golden cockerel. Down, shift weight, up, golden cockerel. Okay? So remember that when your feet are moving in cloud hands, this is a good example of what somebody asks you what's substantial and insubstantial. This is your substantial, only the insubstantial can come out. Once this is firmed down, we're usually in the middle. But once we start to move again, one has to be the post, the other one can come up. The toes lead your movement. So therefore, at no time when you advance or move a foot should you come out on your heel. In fact, that's very awkward, okay? Because you don't want to come heavier on your heel. You want to come lightly on your toes as opposed to coming down on your heel. So you want to come up like a piano key with your finger, come down on the tip of your finger, and then come down and rest. So that's the imagery that you could use. And remember to separate them and then join them together. Remember that something happens at 9 o'clock and at 3 o'clock and 12 o'clock. In between all of that, it's like if you were making an ellipse. So not a rectangle, but something more elongated with the corners, taking care of the corners of the cloud hands. So if you can watch, when I'm out here, I'm starting, then what happens? Things round out and round out. So whenever this hand comes down, all it's doing is making a corner, a rounded corner. When this hand comes up, this hand is allowed to come down. And it rounds a corner. So how much do you round out here? Do you make the ellipse this small? No, because why? The bottom hand has to come 2 inches below your navel. So if it's down there, the ellipse or the elliptical has to have a wider span. And I'm using my hips and waist because that's what Tai Chi is all about. Body is working for us. Our mind is working for us. So when you practice and look at the videos, do it in that fashion, okay? If you really get into the mood or the mode of doing cloud hands and you do it for X amount of time, I know that you will feel a sense of relaxation and clear your mind. It's very smooth and continuous. And then concentrate, and so you say, well, where do you look? Do you look there? And do you look there? It looks funny already. So what do we say? We look at the tips of our fingers of our top hand. We don't want to look down there, right? You don't want to look down there. Tai Chi is uplifting, so you want your viewer as well as yourself to see something way out there. And although we say to look at our tips of our fingers, our mind and our vision sees the tips of our fingers and looks out into infinity all the time. Even when you're parting the wild horse's mane, you're looking beyond, but you see your tips of your finger, okay? And I didn't recall and refresh, but hopefully you folks are moving into the that pocket in the back of your, to come out in a splice or a slice or a pong, which means relaxing, coming out like this, so that you still have a pocket here, but you're bringing that hand out to make it wider so that it, very good. Okay, good job. See you next time.